It's going to be a short video, but I'm going to talk about two things very briefly. Number one is speed in woodworking. As soon as you monetize your woodworking, speed becomes a huge issue because you have to really start thinking of how much am I actually getting per hour per all this effort that I'm putting in. If you're doing woodworking as a hobby, if you're learning something, speed is never an issue. You can take as long as you want to hand rub your masterpiece into perfection. But as soon as you enter money into the equation, speed and money and the exchange of money and time, man, it's always hanging over your head. I'm dealing with that actually for the first time in my life, and I really don't like it. So I'm gonna take you through the process, the number two part of how I kind of trying to get there, not really there yet, and maybe you can give me some pointers. But first, before any of that, look at this cool T-square that Banggood sent me. It's got like adjustable angles. It has obviously 90, and then it's got these drawing stops here that you can set. I wish this was Imperial actually, but you can just take your pencil and draw a line down your piece like that. This is really cool. I love this thing. I'm going to leave a link for this in the description. All this stuff here is components for a chair. I don't have a picture of the finished chair because this is my first time making this. Most of this stuff was, pretty much all of it was done on the CNC. The CNC has somehow taken over this process of making chairs for me. It is just the best thing to use for so many different operations. It's crazy. So again, this is the CNC I use. It's just like a hobby grade CNC. It's still $2,000 for this machine, but it's still effectively is hot. You know, when you get to for $10,000 or something, you're getting into the pro stuff. But I've done a lot with this. Again, one of the main elements is the leg. I've got a CNC lathe that I use to route a profile. Again, this is just a profile that I created in a vector program, Adobe Illustrator. I have a clamp down and it goes and cuts the mortise. When I want to do the rails, it's just milling a piece of wood, holding it down and just cutting this out. And then I'm, just round overs. And then I go into the vertical milling area and cut all the tenons. So just by having those sort of two axes, like being able, or this is sort of a fake, the lathe is sort of a fake fourth axis, but having the lathe and the hold down, being able to cut out shapes and then being able to vertically mill pieces, it's incredible how useful it is and how precise you can really, really dial in fits so perfectly. It has a gentleness to it too. Something like these, man, they would be hard to do just by hand or even with little template bushing guides or whatever. CNC is just a better way to do it, and it's just digital files. There's no excessive jig structures. There are jigs, but there's not an excessive amount of templates or router jigs and this, that, and the other thing. This brings me to the wrap-up ask of this, in that I've just been really going over all the number. I've been logging how many minutes, how many hours that I spent on this stuff, trying to figure out where to be more efficient. If the CNC machine is doing something, can I do another operation while I'm doing that? The thing that I find happening is I keep getting nervous and trying to cut corners. And when it comes to that, man, that is the ugliest situation in the world, where you're trying to give up a little bit of quality just to shave a little bit of time, just so you get that little extra bit of money per hour that you're working. The whole point of doing this is really so you can really apply yourself and just make something beautiful. It's craft, Otherwise, let's just all go work in a factory and just, let someone else whittle down numbers. So look, you're a robot. It becomes mechanical and it sucks the humanity and the care and the love out of it, right? So there's that essential kind of friction between money, time, and woodworking. How do you sleep at night with all these issues? I'm just curious to see. I hear other people's opinion. I get a lot out of YouTube and hearing other people's opinions. If you're working in some sort of production factory type woodworking scenario, I'm sure you have to do it. You're accountable for the time it takes. How do you how did you evolve into that role or whatever? Or just anything, any thoughts? I'd be so interested to hear it. Thanks for listening to me for this long, and I hope to hear from you in the comments. Have a good day.